What's up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my whole strategic brand identity design process. Well, I should say over the next 3 videos. I'm doing this in live time as I'm creating it, so I'm splitting it up into a 3-part series. The first part, I'm going to go over onboarding, and I'll explain to you what that is, and I'll also go over the strategy. The second part, I'm going to go over mood boarding and style direction, and the third part is going to be the logo, identity, and brand guidelines. So without further ado, I'm going to explain what we're designing. Okay, so the company Varuni Beverages is a parent brand of different types of beverages, and what we have to do is create their logo, brand identity, and brand guidelines, and then also create their main product line. So as far as parent brands and sub-brands go, we're kind of creating 2 identities, but we're going more in depth with the main parent brand. Think of it as Coca-Cola owning Sprite. We're going more in depth with Coca-Cola, but also creating Sprite. My onboarding process is pretty streamlined. I have a Calendly form on my website where owners can fill that out and then book a discovery call with me. There's questions on there that pretty much weed out the low quality clients, and it lets me know that they're actually dedicated to doing this. So once they fill that out, we do a discovery call, and on the discovery call, I pretty much just introduce myself, get to know them, and see if we'd be a good fit to work together. It's really important you get to know the business and know their goals and know yourself as a designer, because you don't want to butt heads in the future. It's also really crucial to have a face-to-face conversation with them, because that just helps building relationships in general and signing the deal. So if the call goes well, I send them a customized project proposal based off of everything we went over in the call. If they give the thumbs up, then you send over the first invoice, which should be 50% deposit of the total price. After that is done, we get to work. I send them a client questionnaire so I can really nail down what the project is about. And that is what we're going to be going over now. So question 1 is the brand name, and it's Varuni Beverages. The brand idea says, Varuni Beverages wants to create a talking piece RTD, which is ready to drink, product that embodies their corporate brand mission statement and values. Their ideal customer is the early drinkers between age 20 to 30 years old, male and female, who love to get together with their friends. They live for social gatherings and don't believe in social battery. They can go on for days talking about random things that come up and tend to eavesdrop on conversations that they can't help but chime in on. They often use social media like TikTok and Instagram, and their vocabulary tends to change based on the trends on these apps. They have low income and are in debt because of school tuition, car payments, or any other unfortunate bill. So they're cautious of their spending, but that doesn't get in the way of them having a good time. So that was a really in-depth customer profile. The more in-depth, the better, honestly. They also went over the emotional impact. The brand should make the customer feel included and inspired. We want the individual to be proud of themselves because they are unique, and they should want to share that with the world. I also provided them a question of 5 words to describe their brand. I like including this question because it really makes the owner think when I narrow it down to only 5, and these normally depict the tone of voice as well as the brand values. So the 5 words are inclusive, inspiring, unique, social, and collaborative. So that gives me a good baseline to start with some strategy. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly go over what I include in a strategy document, and this gets sent out before any design starts. So I have a template that I fill out for each client, and it covers everything related to strategy. Some things that I include are the mission, which is an everyday goal that the brand is trying to achieve. The brand vision is more of a higher future goal that they're trying to reach. And the brand values, which is what they stand for and what they believe in. Then I go over the tone of voice, and the 5 words that they provided us with helps me narrow it down to 3. Then I go over 3 audience personas. This is a perfect way to nail down the target audience so you know who you're going to be designing for and what kind of traits they have. Then I do 3 competitor analysis. This goes over other brands that are doing similar things and what they did good and what went wrong. This helps narrow down the positioning for what works and what doesn't work, and really the main thing we're trying to do is make this brand stand out. And finally, I go over brand positioning. In the questions before, they mentioned that their target audience uses social media like TikTok and Instagram, and this isn't the case for every brand. So in the brand positioning section, you would clarify what marketing elements you use, whether the brand needs posters, flyers, brochures, newsletters, Instagram videos, TikTok videos, YouTube videos, billboards, paid ads, anything like that. So that was just a brief overview. I'm going to work on that now, send it over to the client, and then we'll get started with the brand direction. But that will be in the next video. So if you like my process, stay tuned for the next video. This is where everything starts to pick up and it starts to get more fun. So stay tuned for when that drops and subscribe.